He said his phone was off, but he was liking posts all night. I liked one back from my new account. The username was my name, plus sex. I'm 32. I work in Tulsa, Oklahoma, as a nurse. I've lived here all my life. I'm used to hard work, late nights, and people lying to your face and smiling while they do it. But Josh was different. Or so I thought. I met him when I was 27. It was a Friday night. I was out with coworkers, trying to blow off steam after a long week. Josh was there with a few of his friends. He came up to me, smooth as anything, asked if he could buy me a drink. He had that southern charm, funny, polite, just a little cocky. I liked it. I liked him. We started dating soon after. He worked in IT, had a decent job at a tech firm. Always busy, always talking about servers and updates and emergencies at work. I didn't understand all of it, but I trusted him. Why wouldn't I? He came over almost every night. Met my family. Took care of me when I got the flu and missed Christmas one year. That meant something. We moved in together about a year and a half in. He had the bigger place, so I left my apartment and moved into his townhouse. We split bills, shared a car for a while, did all the domestic couple things. He wasn't perfect. He left dishes in the sink, sometimes forgot our plans, but I thought that was normal. I made excuses for him. Then things shifted. It wasn't one big moment. It was small things slowly piling up. He started working later. He stopped texting during the day. He'd say, "My phone's been going off all day. I needed a break." Or, "I left it in the car." Or, "It died and I didn't have a charger." At first, I believed him. I mean, phones die. Work gets crazy. But it started happening too often. And he got defensive any time I asked, "Why are you acting like I'm cheating on you?" He snapped once. "You're not my mom, Trina." So I backed off. I told myself I was overthinking it. That I was tired and stressed and maybe just a little too insecure. But I started paying attention. Real attention. And that's how we got to that Saturday. He said he was going to a guy's night at his coworker Tyler's place. Some video game thing, beers, nothing big. I had to work a double shift anyway, so it wasn't like I could go. He kissed me goodbye, told me not to wait up. I got off work around midnight. I was beat. I sat in the staff break room, scrolling on my phone while waiting for a ride. Just for the hell of it, I looked up his Instagram. We weren't following each other anymore. Long story, we both deleted and re-added a bunch of times after an old fight, and eventually just left it alone. But I still knew his username. He was active. Active now. He had liked 3 posts in the past hour. 2 were of women in bikinis. One was of this barista I'd seen before. She worked at a place near his job. Her name was Bria. She had long curly hair and that influencer look. I remembered her because he once slipped and called her cool as hell in passing, then quickly changed the subject. She'd posted a picture at a lounge downtown. Same night. Same city. The same time he said his phone was off. And he liked it. My chest went tight. I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I just sat there, staring at the screen, and everything inside me went still. I wasn't mad yet. Just quiet. So I made a new account. 5 minutes, tops. No profile picture, no posts. I used the name Trina_X. It wasn't even meant to be clever. It just popped in my head and I went with it. I followed a few pages to make it look legit. And then I followed her. Bria. She followed me back an hour later. She had no clue who I was. Not yet. But that was about to change. And so was everything else. She followed me back. I stared at the screen for a long time. My heart wasn't racing. I wasn't shaking. I felt cold. Like something in me had just shut off. Bria had no idea who I was, and I wasn't about to tell her. Not yet. I spent the next few days watching her page. She posted often, stories, reels, cute photos in cafes or her apartment. Sometimes I'd see little clues. A man's jacket on her chair. 2 drinks when she claimed to be solo. A blurry reflection in the mirror of someone tall standing behind her. I never saw Josh's face. But I knew. God help me, I knew. Meanwhile, Josh acted like everything was fine. Work's been insane, he told me one night, barely looking up from his laptop. There's this new rollout we're behind on. I might have to do an overnight next weekend. I nodded, pretended to believe him. I didn't confront him. I didn't ask questions. I just watched. Then I tested something. Bria posted a boomerang of her clinking glasses with someone. No faces. Just a corner of a gray hoodie sleeve and a black watch, exactly like the one I gave Josh for our anniversary last year. I sent a DM from the Trina_X account. That hoodie looks familiar, winky face. She replied 10 minutes later. LOL, it's my boyfriend's. Why? I sat there staring at that message. My stomach twisted. Boyfriend. She had the nerve to call him her boyfriend. So I asked, does he work in tech? She replied with an emoji. Yeah, haha, why are you asking? I waited. I wanted to scream. I wanted to throw my phone across the room. But I didn't. Instead, I wrote back, because I think he told me the same thing. Bria went silent for the rest of the night. The next morning, Josh was all smiles. Made coffee. Kissed my forehead. Told me he might go see Tyler again. I said, sure babe, have fun. That night, Bria messaged me again. Are you serious? What's his name? I gave her a fake one. Just to be sure. Jason. That's not him, she wrote. Mine's name is Josh. I didn't reply. 2 hours later, she sent another message. Wait, did you date a Josh in Tulsa? Brown hair? Tall? Always wears that black fossil watch. I answered with one word. Yes. No reply after that. 3 days passed. Josh was cold. Not mean, not angry. Just distant. He didn't look me in the eye much. Didn't touch me when he passed by like he used to. I didn't ask why. I just kept my head down. Played dumb. Cleaned the house. Cooked dinner. Let him think I was stupid. Then I got a new DM. From Bria. He blocked me. After I asked if he knew you. Said I was being paranoid. Now he won't answer my calls. I felt a rush of heat behind my eyes. She was starting to understand. Just not fast enough. So I said, let me tell you a story. I sent her photos. Not many, just a few. Him and me at my cousin's wedding. Him helping me paint the living room. Him in our bed. All within the last 6 months. Bria saw them. She didn't say a word for an hour. Then, holy shit. You live with him. Yes. I'm gonna throw up. She didn't. But I was about to make him wish he had. Bria and I didn't talk for 2 days after that. I figured she needed time. I did too. Josh, on the other hand, was starting to spiral and didn't even know I was the one pulling the strings. He was acting jumpy. Checking his phone constantly. Going outside to make calls. Spending more time at work, or so he said. He was quieter at home. Ate less. Stopped sleeping right. I knew that look. He was trying to keep his lies in order. Problem was, he didn't know how many of them I'd already dug up. Then I got a new message from Bria. He came to my job. Said, you were his crazy ex, said you were stalking him and making fake accounts. I'm so sorry, I didn't know who to believe. I felt something in me break. Not because she doubted me, but because he was playing the victim. Telling another woman that I was the crazy one. That I was making him miserable. It was like watching a car crash in slow motion, only I was behind the wheel now. I told her the truth. Everything. Not just the photos or the dates. I sent screenshots of our shared bills, our texts, our location history on Google. I told her about the night he claimed his phone was dead and how he'd been liking her selfies the whole time. I laid it all out. Bria went quiet again. Then she sent me a voice note. She was crying. Said she felt stupid. Said he told her he loved her 2 nights before. Said he even mentioned wanting her to meet his family someday. I told her she wasn't stupid, that I'd been living with a man and I still didn't know who he really was. Then she said something that stuck in my head for the next week: we should ruin him. And just like that, we became allies. We didn't make a big plan right away, but we stayed in touch, talked almost every night, compared stories, pieced together his lies. She told me about the dates he said were business dinners, the weekends he claimed he was with the guys, the trip to Dallas he said was a tech conference. But she had pictures of them together in a hotel room that same weekend. We started gathering everything: messages, photos, videos, voice notes. Josh had no idea. One night, I noticed he left his laptop open when he went to shower. He never did that. It was unlocked. I clicked through tabs: Gmail, bank accounts, work emails. Then I found the one that nearly made my heart stop: a rental lease application. He was trying to get a new place, a one-bedroom, for himself. I sat there in silence. He hadn't said a word to me, but he was planning his escape, trying to run before the truth came out. I took screenshots, every page, every email. Then I printed them, quietly, folded them into an envelope, and hid them in my drawer. The next day, I left for work like everything was normal. Kissed him goodbye, told him I loved him. That night, Bria called. He texted me. What did he say? Said he missed me. Said he broke things off with you and he's looking for a new place so they can be together again. My mouth went dry. He was lying to both of us at the exact same time, for opposite reasons. I told her to keep the messages. Don't block him. Don't respond yet. Because I had a plan. We were going to show up. Both of us. Same day. Same hour. He wouldn't see it coming. We picked a Sunday. Josh always did grocery runs on Sunday afternoons. Said he liked the store being quiet. Truth was, he liked having the house to himself. I used to think it was innocent. Now I knew better. Bria and I made the plan down to the minute. She'd come to the house at 2 p.m. I'd make sure he was gone by then. We'd wait inside. Quiet. Ready. At 1:45, I asked Josh to pick up a few things from the store. Told him I was making dinner that night, his favorite, meatloaf and mashed potatoes. He lit up. Damn, babe. Haven't had that in a while. He kissed my forehead, grabbed the keys, and left. 10 minutes later, Bria pulled up. She was shaking when I opened the door. I didn't blame her. She'd never seen the house before. Never seen where he lived with me. Never seen the kitchen where he ate my food, the couch where we watched movies, the bed where he slept beside me every night. I let her walk through. She stopped in the hallway and covered her mouth. I didn't say anything, just let her feel it. We sat in the living room. She handed me her phone. His last text had come in 15 minutes ago. I'm out running errands. Let's meet up later. I miss you. He was texting her while driving to buy groceries for the woman he lived with. The one he was lying to. Hiding from. Using. I looked at the clock. 2:32 p.m. We heard the door unlock. I stood up. Bria stood too. Josh walked in, bags in hand, whistling. He froze when he saw us. I swear, the silence lasted 5 full seconds. Then, what the fuck is going on? He looked at me, then at her, then back at me. I didn't move. Bria didn't either. You got something to say? I asked. He blinked fast. His mouth opened, then closed. His hands were still full of bags. This isn't what it looks like. I laughed. Bria actually snorted. You sure about that? She said. He dropped the bags. Eggs rolled across the floor. Trina, I don't know what she told you. I held up my phone. Photos. Screenshots. Messages. The lease. I know everything, Josh. Everything. You lied to both of us. You were gonna leave me without a word, and you were trying to drag her into the same mess. He stared at me, jaw tight. So what? This was some ambush. No, I said. This is the truth. And now you get to sit in it. Bria stepped forward. You told me you loved me, she said, voice shaking. You told me she was crazy. That she was stalking you. He turned red. You are crazy. Both of you. Wrong move. I handed Bria the envelope. She opened it, right in front of him. Inside, the lease documents. His emails. All the proof. She dropped it on the floor at his feet. You don't get to talk your way out of this, I said. Josh ran a hand through his hair. So what, you're gonna post this online? You gonna ruin my life? I tilted my head. You did that yourself. He looked at Bria, then at me. I made mistakes, okay? But you two aren't perfect either. Spying on me? Making fake accounts? Sneaking around? Bria stepped in close. You lied. You manipulated. You cheated. And now you're mad we found out. He didn't answer. He didn't have to. I walked to the door and held it open. Get out. Josh didn't move. I pay for this place, he said. You don't get to just. I called the landlord this morning. I cut in. Your name's the only one on the lease. But you forgot I still have the texts where you agreed to let me sublet half. I gave him everything. Said I'd be moving out by next Friday. I already got a new place. He stood there, stunned. Bria picked up her purse. I turned one last time. Oh, and Josh. He looked up. That fossil watch? I pawned it yesterday. He flinched. Bria walked out the front door without another word. I followed, letting it slam shut behind me. We left him standing there, surrounded by groceries he bought for a dinner that would never happen, in a house that would soon be empty. He wanted to play both of us. So we showed him what it feels like to lose everything. The best part? We never looked back.